What is going on, Smite fans? I am joined with Pandacat, the ADC for the Atlantis Leviathans, and we have a ranked tier list for you. We're going to be making it live, of course, and remember, this is if Panda's queued up and ranked. He doesn't know who, he's not queued with anyone else. He doesn't know who's on his team. This is, S tier, I am guaranteed winning this game. E tier, I'm guaranteed losing this game. Everything else, pretty much up to interpretation. Panda, thanks for joining me.
Of course.
Let's just jump in with AMC. You solo queue into a ranked game. Are you picking AMC?
Does it go lower than E?
No, he's the lowest.
Last time I played AMC was a couple days ago, and I think I had 5 counters, and I got camped the whole game, and I had no fun. I would not play AMC if you want to win ranked games, especially if you're solo queue, because you need to get camped, you need to utilize the pressure, so probably E.
Lowest it can go. AMC, just that lane's too long. Don't get the box. Sure, he's good in the 1v1, but you never get that 1v1.
Never happens. You just get camped the whole time.
Be able to sit on you. All right, moving on. What about Honor? He's pretty decent, right?
That's Honor's probably a B.
Okay.
I think in ranked he's a big playmaker, but he still has his weaknesses. No attack speed stim. He's pretty easy to chase down. He's not really like too much of a hard carry unless you're really ahead. So probably B. Yeah.
Okay, looking more for that late game. Apollo got some shifts up recently, a little bit of buffs. You think Apollo's in a better spot?
I think for ranked he's good because you could split push, and you're kind of hard to lock down with your mez and your dash and stuff. And if you're a good Apollo, you could probably kind of carry a game.
Okay.
For ranked, probably A. If there's like a A and B in between here, probably there. But I'll put him A for now for a ranked character.
All right, so a B plus there for Apollo, putting it over to the A tier. Artemis, I've seen a lot of Artemis in my ranked games. The Bluestone bills popping off. Are you a big Artemis fan?
In ranked, yeah, for sure. In ranked, I'd say she's probably closer to S because you just don't get punished as much. Right. The Bluestone build's really strong early. Yeah, probably S. S for Bluestone build. If you have a good support who clears with you, then you are ready to go.
All right, get some pressure in that lane lock. Artemis should be a good
name of the game right now.
CERN used to dominate the comp meta for a bit. Still gets played here and there, but are you liking CERN in ranked?
Yeah, CERN's good in ranked. CERN's probably closer to A than S.
Okay.
But he's a really good early fighter. He's good at early buff clear, and he's really, really oppressive if he gets even a little bit of a lead. So, probably A.
Try and get that lead in Snowball. We were just talking about Charybdis before this tier list. You can player. A couple people
I like
can,
Charybdis.
I'm not a big fan of seeing Charybdis on my team if their names aren't Pandacat. So, what are we looking at for Charybdis?
I'd say only because she has good early lane clear. Probably like a C.
Okay.
Maybe a D. Probably a C. But, I mean, in ranked, wave pressure can take you pretty far. So, I'd say C is pretty fair.
All right. Moving to
S+.
I was going to say
up here.
Number 1
off the screen.
and picks of airs at the moment. Churn immediately to S. What makes Churn so broken?
He's got 5 buffs in a row, and he was already good. Really good at the crit build, global pressure, wave pressure, impossible to kill.
Just everything.
Yeah, I was going to say, where do I stop?
Yeah, everything you want in an ADC.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're
really good.
decent enough and you know how to use his ultimate, Churn's not going to go wrong.
Exactly.
As far as ability-based hunters go, haven't seen too many at the top of the tier list, but maybe Chiron's different. You liking Chiron in ranked?
Non-ranked.
Okay.
I'd say Chiron's probably with Charybdis and C. If you're trying to carry, you don't really want to pick an ability hunter right now. It's just they're just not that strong.
Okay, you want to be able to get those auto attacks in with
Kins or crit is the way to go.
Kins or crit? All right, moving on. Cupid, I assume he can build in the Kins and the crit, but how well?
He has really bad lane pressure.
Okay.
Really bad lane pressure. A lot of bad matchups. Probably down here with these guys. C. I mean, if you get Cupid late and you get the full build on him, then maybe he's pumping, but that's that.
Ranked is very snowball-y.
Yeah. I mean, the key to winning ranked is literally pick duo pressure and run it down.
Yep, and Cupid's just not going to provide that.
Cupid is not it.
What about Donza? Is that something he can provide?
I wish. No. No, not at all. Honestly, Donza's probably a D.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this guy is... It's not good. I think that Donza's biggest problem is you can't, fight with him. If you have... If your 1 gets blocked, there's just no... you don't have anything else after the 1, so...
And his ult gets body blocked so easily.
Yeah, everything just gets body blocked. He doesn't have good lane pressure. I mean, he's okay, I guess, but it's not like you can't compare him to the likes of Art or Churn or either of these two. And he's just pretty mid.
All right, maybe Donza needs some love in the future.
Yes,
what about Hachi? Hachi used to be top of the tier list for.
I'd say Hachi's A for sure for ranked. You could maybe even argue S. I mean, Hachi's just such a foolproof character.
Right.
Infinite mana pool, good with every build. Crutch pressure, kind of. The 2 is really strong, so I'd say A, yeah.
All right, Hachi over to A. I haven't seen Heimdall in a minute. Definitely one of those flavor of the month characters where you can always whip him out for safety, but is he something you're going to with in this current meta?
I'd say you have to really enjoy playing Heim to pick him right now. So if you're a really good Heim player, he could be A.
Okay.
But if you're not great with those crystals and stuff and you're not really he's not just a very standard ADC who you can kind of just pick and play. So I'd say it's probably B, maybe A, probably more B. Yeah.
If you're a high main, maybe.
If you're a high main, yeah, I'd say probably like high A's. Like you could definitely do work with the character, but if you're just like, oh, I want to play ADC, don't pick Heim.
All right, moving on to Ho Yi. He's kind of decent fighting into those crit builds you were talking about, but his wave clear kind of sucks.
Nah.
His buff clear is all right.
Who Yi's with these guys? He's a C.
Unfortunate. Down to C he
the
goes.
Only good thing about who Yi is buff clear, but the way the buffs work, they kind of like, they do a little dance.
Yep, I will say.
Can't always triple bounce.
Really annoying. If your support's pulling something in, sometimes you can't line up, and if you don't hit that triple bounce, your clear is dead.
It's like an extra auto if you don't hit the triple bounce.
Yeah, you are definitely getting screwed there, and level 2 doesn't come, and then your lane's just over.
It's not great.
Where has Ishtar been? Is Ishtar still a sleeper pick in the meta at the moment, or is she just?
I'm not really sure. I took a pretty long break from Smite, and apparently she got nerfed a couple times.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like it was, I assume just small nerf. She was looking to play comp for a bit, but
I have no idea. World time, she was insane, and then I came back and they're like, yeah, Ishtar's bad. I was like, okay. But for ranked, I'd say she's probably A.
Okay.
I mean, she's just got insane wave clear, wave pressure, CC immunal. Kind of got the whole shebang. She's just not very strong in comp, I suppose. But in ranked, any crutch pressure pick will do you good.
All right. Well, speaking
of
crutch pressure,
yeah, there you go.
We got Iza. How good is she at the moment?
Probably a B. I would say she's better than. I'd say she's only good if you can punish the lead, like get a lead and punish the people. If not, she's not really good at anything.
All right. So you got to get that lead and be able to hold.
Yeah, hold them in their tower line, invade purples probably, and just run it down a little bit.
Try and get jungle to play for you once you get that pressure so you don't get sat
Hopefully. If the jungler's at your first prop off, just complain.
There you go. That should be able to help you out.
Should be good.
All right, moving on to ADCs that don't really need jungle help, right? Jingwei just kind of sits at tower line, does nothing. Is that even good for this ranked meta? I'm imagining no.
No. In comp, it's a different story because you can defend things. In ranked, you just get run over. So I wouldn't really be picking Jingwei.
Okay.
I'd probably put her probably C. C with these guys, yeah. I think that's fair. I mean, if she gets to mid-late game and she's not 150 or 10,000 gold behind, then she could definitely carry. But setting yourself up for success is a big part of winning ranked. So picking the best characters is, a key to success.
Yep, and if you're just planning on sitting at tower line and hoping your team doesn't feed, not always going to be your best.
Not going to be a good time to win.
All right, moving on. Marty gets played a lot in mid. Haven't seen him too much in duo, but I assume he still gets played there. Are you going to Marty if you're trying to win a ranked game?
I'm not really sure, honestly, how I feel about Marty, because every time I play him, I lose, but I do like 100k damage every game.
Yep.
I'd say if you're smart with the character, you could definitely pop off, but he's not really a pressure pick, so to say. Like he's okay at pressure, level 2-3, but I'm not really sure. I'd say he's probably like high Bs.
Okay.
His ult's just really really strong for getting dove and stuff, but I don't know. Every time I play, I just can't win.
I think that. Once you get to the actual firefight, if you are ahead, you don't have that much fire giant burn. The fail not's not enough crit, and sometimes that's
a good point. Objective damage is a big deal with these characters.
You need like a mage that's going to provide some of that burn, or your late game's a little bit slow. Haven't seen Medusa in a bit. I imagine she can build sort of like Artemis in that sense, but a little bit different.
No, it's not the same.
Differently.
Yeah, the thing with Artemis is when you get bow and 40% CDR, your 3's at 3.3 second cooldown.
Yep.
Medusa's I think is like 7, so
can't provide that same amount of damage.
Yeah, you don't get the same damage out of her. Honestly, I'm not really sure where I'd put Medusa. I feel like she's fine, but her dash is obviously the weakest part of her kit.
Right.
I'd probably say C. She's like decent pressure. Maybe if you pick her in like standstill characters like Heim and stuff, you can punish them. But if your dash gets caught, then you're dead.
Yep, that's kind of always been the story of Medusa, unfortunately. Another ability-based hunter that I guess can build some auto attack in the moment. Are you ever going towards the Neath if you're trying to win your ranked?
Myself personally, I'm a big Neath fan.
Okay.
But no, I would never play her in ranked. If I'm like new to the role or anything, or I just want to win, Neath is not what I'm playing. So probably D.
Over to D.
Maybe she's okay with her global ults, but
I mean that's the thing. You got to know your ults are getting value.
Yeah.
If you're
got to guarantee they're getting value.
Exactly. So if your team's not actually following up with them, you'd rather just be playing something better that can hard carry. Yep. Speaking of hard carries,
Rama's up there in S for sure.
Oh yeah.
He just really has easy time clearing the waves. Hard to die if you go up in the air. You got 2 Aegises basically. Great build path. I mean, kind of everything in his favor. The only times Rama kind of stinks is if he's getting run down.
Right.
You can't like play the lane. But yeah, I mean for ranked he's
most ADCs.
Yeah, I was gonna say that kind of happens a lot. So for ranked he's definitely very strong. I think if you're picking any of these 3 characters, you're in a good spot. Artemis, maybe I'll move to A at the end of this because she does get pretty camped. But depending on your rank, I feel like if you pick Art, go Bluestone, you're pumping.
All right, then moving on to another one of those ability-based hunters. Scotty. I can't tell you the last thing I've seen Scotty in my games.
I don't remember the last time I even touched Scotty.
Yeah.
Scotty is probably lower, like D or E. Let's put her with E for now. Just another immobile character who's got decent pressure, but kind of just gets run down.
And can't really build into crit too
well. Can't go crit. The ability build's okay, but I don't know. I just feel like you never really have a good time on Scotty. If the jungler wants to come over, he kind of just has his way with that lane. So, yeah, I think we'll keep ready for now. Maybe make some adjustments later.
All right, one more ability-based hunter to go. We got the Uller. Definitely gets some play in mid, I suppose, but not too much over in the duo lane.
I think Uller goes down to like D.
A little bit higher than some of these other hunters.
I've played Uller a lot. I'm a big proponent of Uller, but 50 damage on his one is not going to cut it. Not going to cut it. It's an extra auto attack.
He's going to need a little bit more.
It used to be like Uller falls off at 3 or 4 items and the other hunters kind of pick up, but now Uller picks up at 3 or 4 items and he's garbage before then. So not what I would play. Unless you really love spamming the ults like the soul laners do. Yeah, I wouldn't play Uller.
All right, last hunter, physical hunter in the mix, X-Ball. I assume decent late game.
X-Ball is a wild card, I'd say. I'd probably put him B because he's kind of got pressure with the bolas. Like, if you have a fighting duo and the bolas are constantly just, tapping away at one of the guys, then it gets really annoying, and he can win the lane. But he's got, a very similar issue to a lot of these hunters where he kind of just gets ran down and can't really return too much damage until he's got 4 or 5 items. So, yeah, I think B is maybe generous. He's probably closer to C. Actually, yeah, let's put him in C. I've changed my mind.
All right.
I don't know if that, yeah, okay.
There we go.
I'm looking at this, and I was like, yeah, I don't think he's the same level as those characters.
All right.
But yeah, he's just not very strong. Like, he can be strong in some matchups if he's not getting pressured, but past that, he's kind of just like, hopefully they don't go on me.
All right, X-Ball down to C. We got a couple more mages to go through.
Couple of the best characters left.
Yeah, I was gonna say once we see where the mages go, maybe we'll end up switching some things around. But first of which, I assume is just gonna be Frey, unless I'm missing one.
Yeah, I don't think we put Kronos on the list. I don't think Kronos is worth your time playing.
Yep. All right. So Freya, where are you putting Frey at?
S.
Straight to S tier.
Yeah, Freya in ranked is a monster. She's a menace. People don't really punish Freya in ranked like they do in comp, so you kind of just get like a 2 rings online. You just run everyone down. Nobody can really stop you.
For free, essentially.
Yeah, she's pretty good into most of the junglers as well. So, like, if you get camped, you have a decent chance of living or stalling at least for your teammates. So, yeah, I'd say Freya's very good right now.
All right. What about Oleron? I've been seeing a lot of Oleron.
S plus.
Also up there with S.
I think Oleron should be like S.
Even higher.
20 S is higher than this.
He could be a little bit higher.
Yeah, a little, not a little bit, a lot of it.
Okay.
I think Oleron's just like one of the strongest characters right now, especially for ranked. Crutch, like literally crutch pressure. You cannot lose lane with Oleron. You proc your 2, you 2 the wave, it's gone at level 2. Like the whole wave is gone. Yep. So incredibly strong with Diamond Arrow just because of the way the magical scaling works. And great mid game, great late game. As long as you don't get camped and get behind, this character is a free ticket to a win.
All right, Oleron going up there to us. One more ADC we're going to go for here. Last one is going to be Soul.
Yes.
Is she on that same level as Freya and Oleron, or maybe a bit lower?
I'd say in ranked in particular, I would put her on that same level because she's just another crush pressure pick.
Right.
85 damage in auto at level 2, or 83, I think, to be exact. Insane pressure. You can get both the Bastions, I believe they're called.
Right away,
off the first wave.
Yep.
Should you have a guaranteed prop buff? Same deal. Magical scaling with arrows really, really strong. So for ranked, I'd say she's definitely an S. For comp or like higher tier ranked, maybe it gets a little worse because she maybe falls off. But if you're a gold player and you lock in Soul and just run it down, nobody's stopping you.
Are you going also like Diamond Arrow? Okay, what about your starter?
Yeah, I think Oleron and Soul are both the Diamond Arrow. I go Diamond Arrow, Telkines, Typhons, Demonic, Tahuti, Cyclopean typically on both those. Okay. And then the only difference with Freya is I don't go Arrow, I don't go Conduit, I go Bumbas.
Okay.
I think Freya's biggest problem is jungle clear, obviously, and objectives. And Bumbas allows you to secure not only your own buffs, but prop buff. I think you hit for like 200 an auto or something on that level 3 prop buff if you have your 2-1. It's like a band-aid fix. Plus the starter upgrade's really strong, 10% pen, a bunch of power. And then you just go 4 rings and Tahuti on Freya for the most part.
All right.
Maybe you don't need Cyclopean.
Now that we have all of the ADCs listed,
let me take a step back here.
I know you talk about Artemis. You think you still want to bring her down now that the schools are here?
I think we could bump Artemis down 1 to A. I think she's still very strong in ranked, but
definitely
I think
A+.
Yeah, I think these other characters are a little bit ahead.
Anything else you want to last minute change?
I mean, Izzy could maybe go to C, but I feel like for ranked in particular, she's just such a strong push character that you can kind of just pull wins out of thin air just by
pressure.
Just by having early pressure, and then you get level 2 really fast. Maybe you can dash in or 2 somebody and kill them early game. So I think okay, maybe looking at this, maybe Ishtar's. No, for ranked. Dang, I kind of wish there was like minuses, you know, but that's okay. Okay, I'd say if you're looking at this list, Ishtar would be A-, and Artemis would be A+.
Okay.
And the other 3 would be like A.
All right. Well, again, what I always say is don't just if you fast forward to the end and you just want to see the full list, go back and listen to what Panda said. There's some pluses and minuses there that could change how you play these picks. However, if you guys disagree with this list, you already know what to do. Screenshot it, tweet it at us. We'll tell you why you're wrong. Thank you so much for making this list with me. And, yeah, we'll be back again with some more Smite content.